Greetings, YouTube. The Doctor is in. Dr. Urias Papers here coming at you with another commentary on Dungeons & Dragons. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you have any questions or comments, please leave a question or comment. All right. It is time for another installment of the Doctor Spell Prognosis, and today we are talking about the spell Dissonant Whispers, first level spell. I am going to give this spell a B+. I would give it a higher grade if it could be used by more classes than just the Bard or the Great Old One. However, the Lunar Sorcerers and the Sorcerers of the Mages of High Sorcery can use this spell as well in Dragonlance. But that's a very niche world set. Outside of that, you need to essentially, I believe, take Magic Initiate. So let's look at Magic Initiate. Can you take Bard spells? I think you can, but let's, yes. So you need to take Magic Initiate to get this. So it's a first level spell that requires one action, has a range of 60 feet, which is a very good range. It's verbal only, which is great. It's a wisdom save, which is great. It does psychic damage, which is great. So those are all great things. You whisper a discordant melody that only one creature of your choice can hear. On a failed save, so it gets pain, it gets a wisdom save. On a failed save, it takes 3d6 psychic damage, which very few things are resistant to psychic damage. And then it must immediately use its reaction, if available, to move as far as its speed allows away from you. So you got to make sure that the creature has a reaction to use. The creature doesn't move into obviously dangerous ground, such as a fire or a pit. On successful save, it takes half damage and it doesn't move away. And deafened creatures automatically save. And then if you upcast this, you do a d6 extra damage, which is good. So the ability to get something to run away is very good. Now, because it's a reaction, it is only going to move its movement speed. It's not going to move and dash because it's just a reaction. It's one action, so it's just going to move its move. But it's still good. This is a good kind of get something far away so that it has to take a couple actions to get back to the party. Most of these first level spells like this will take a round away from an opponent, and that's basically it. That's as far as it goes, but that's still great. And this never really loses its utility. But I would give it an A- to an A if it was usable by more than just the Bards or the Great Old One Warlock. But I think it's a fantastic spell. Does decent damage. It's a very good save. Wisdom is not the best of the three of Wisdom, Intelligence, or Charisma, but it is a good one. You can upcast it to do more damage. Now, one of the things that you can do with this is you can cast this as an action, get something to run away, and then if you are a warlock, particularly a Great Old One warlock, then you can blast it with an Eldritch Blast. If you're a warlock sorcerer, you could use some spell points to quicken an Eldritch Blast, which is a cantrip, and if you got Repelling Blast, then you can blast it even further back, which is really nice. So you can get it to go even further away, and it possibly might run near something that is a hazardous terrain, and then you could blast it into that hazardous terrain with the Repelling Blast. So there's a lot of combos that can go with this, particularly if you're using this with different metamagics. Heightened spell also worked for this. It gives them disadvantage. And then, of course, there's the Bard with Unsettling Words, which can give a penalty to the saving throw. So there's a lot of little things that you can stick on top of this to make it work. And again, that ability to make something take off and run as a reaction is great, but you have to make sure that they have a reaction. All right, that's what I got for everybody today. I appreciate everybody tuning in, and I will catch everybody later.